Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Nick with the Pikmin Man. We're gonna be doing a breakdown for this card coming up. It's gonna be a pay-per-view next week. I'm so happy we're back on the pay-per-view. And the UFC Saudi Arabia card wasn't horrible. There's some fun fights on there, man. Picks were pretty spot on, and we went 8-3 on picks. I'm disappointed that I lost my lock of the week pick, Naimov, so disappointed in that. But we'll bounce back next week. I have a good feeling about this card, man. I'm gonna be picking a lock of the week on this card later in the week, so keep an eye out for the best video later. But let's talk about this card now, man. UFC 303. We were supposed to see Connor headline this card with Michael Chandler in his comeback fight, and Connor had a broken toe, I guess, so he's not going to be fighting on this card. And Pereira's saving this card, man. I mean, Pereira's the face of the UFC right now, saving every card out there. He saved UFC 300 with Jamal Hill. Now he's saving UFC 303 here. This guy's like Pereira's one of the most active champions right now in the UFC history. So I'm happy that Pereira's taking this fight, man. He's going to be running it back with Procházka. The first fight was an early stoppage, but yeah, not really Pereira's fault though, but Marc-André's fault mostly. He stopped the fight really early. Let's talk about the picks, guys. I know you guys are here for the picks. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video, guys, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Give me your most confident picks and parlays on the card in the comments down below. And also, if you guys want to support the channel, you can become a member on the channel if that's something you guys want to do. But I appreciate you guys watching. Let's talk about the first fight on the card. It's going to be Ricky Simón taking on Vinicius Oliveira. Huge step up in competition for Vinicius Oliveira. Ricky Simón has been in the UFC for quite a long time, and man, he's got over like 13 fights. 13 fights. In the UFC now, like 12 fights in the UFC. Not 13, 12 fights. I can't do math, but yeah, he's got over 12 fights in the UFC now. He's 8-4 in the UFC. He's on a 2-5 losing streak. Lost to Song Yadong. I did pick Song Yadong there as an underdog. He's got some good wins. He has a win over Fili back in 2018. That was a really back and forth fight, and he caught him that submission. And Merab wasn't really experienced back then, so that win for obviously for Simón looks really good on paper now. Has wins over guys like Sun Tzu, Jack Shore, where he knocked him down and then got the submission. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Vinicius Oliveira. I might be kind of biased because he's my former lock of the week, but I really think Vinicius Oliveira can get this one done. He's now this could be Simón showing that there's levels to this game. We might see that happen, but yeah, I'm gonna take a shot on Oliveira, man. Oliveira's a dangerous striker, and he's not that easy to hold down. Obviously he was getting controlled in that fight with Bernardo Sopaz in the first round and a half. Then he worked his way back up. Bernardo was really tired. I think he will get taken on here. He's gonna get taken on. If he just needs to make Simón work, and I think on the feet, I think he's gonna be way quicker on the feet. He's gonna be way dangerous with those knees and up the middle. He's gonna be landing some nice leg kicks. I like his striking, man. I like Oliveira's striking here, and Simón can probably strike with him, but I have a feeling that Oliveira can pull this one off. Give me the plus 200 underdog here. Vinicius Oliveira to start the card. I'm sure this is probably not going to be the first fight on the prelim. This probably should be higher than it is right now. Now, obviously, Vinicius Oliveira plus 185 underdog right now. Give me Vinicius Oliveira to get this one done. I'm going to go with the underdog here, Vinicius Oliveira by knockout. Okay, yeah, by knockout for Vinicius Oliveira. Next fight on the card is going to be Carlos Hernandez taking on Ray Tsuruya. Give me Ray Tsuruya, man. This guy's got really good grappling, and he's got really nice takedowns, and he's also can strike on the feet. I think he's gonna be really dangerous. The line's like unbettable at this point. It's like minus 600, I think, at this point, or minus 700. There's a lot of hype on this guy, man. He's fighting the road to UFC. He has a win over Mark Kamako, which is actually a good win over Mark Kamako. Mark Kamako is, I think he probably is a UFC level fighter, but Ray beat him pretty convincingly. Outworked him. Give me Ray. I think Ray can get this one done by submission. I'm going to go Ray by submission here. Let's see what the line for Ray here is. Ray minus 400. I don't know if I want to parlay. I might end up parlaying him, but I haven't parlayed him yet. I already have some bets in for this card, but I haven't parlayed Ray in there. I think Ray can get this one done. I'm not really high on Hernandez all that, even though he's got some UFC fights now experience. Has a win over Victor Altamirano. Has a win over Daniel Barres. He's barely winning these fights. And that Denise Bondar fight, wasn't he? Was that the fight where he's getting beat up? Was that a DQ? That was a DQ, right? That was a disqualification. I swear that was a disqualification. I think wasn't he losing that fight or was he? No, he was winning that fight. I think he slammed Denise Bondar on his head, and then the referee stopped the fight because there was like some illegal. I think it was like an illegal slam on his head or some shit like that. I can't remember what exactly happened. Yeah, they went to the scorecards with like a second to go. They called it a technical decision, I guess. But yeah, he actually won that fight. His wrestling looked really good in that fight. He was taking him down, looking good on the feet. But Ray should have him covered. I think Ray's gonna get this one done. Ray by submission. I'm gonna go Ray by second on submission here. I think Ray can get this one done by second on submission. If you guys want to parlay him, I think he's not a bad parlay piece. He's just kind of unproven, man, making the UFC debut. How many times have we seen guys not look good in the UFC debut, then they start looking better in their next fight? I don't know if I'll get there, but I like that when we're Marc-André, who's a really good wrestler and can go for takedowns on people. Marc-André has excellent cardio, so I work in a guy like Marc-André is a good look for Ray. Ray by submission. I think he can get a submission later rounds. Up next, we got Andrei Arlovski taking on Martin Buday. Arlovski is 45 years old at this point. Excuse me. 45 years for Andrei Arlovski, man. At heavyweight, I mean, it's probably gonna. It doesn't matter at heavyweight, probably not that much because the speed is not really a factor at heavyweight. Now, Martin Buday's striking is pretty terrible, but he's still only 32 years old for heavyweight. I mean, this guy's still a baby for heavyweight. He's probably not even in his prime right now for a heavyweight right now. Just the guys that he's out there beating. I mean, Josh Parisian, who's not with UFC anymore. Jay Collier, I don't think he's with UFC anymore. Lucas Brzezinski, that's actually a good win, but that was a robbery. I had a bet on Lucas Brzezinski live, and I had 5 unit play on Brzezinski. I probably shouldn't have bet that fight, but I think that was a clear robbery for. I don't know how Buday won that fight. He got outstruck like crazy, and he was getting outworked on the feet, and the judges still gave that fight to Buday for some reason, which is pretty terrible. And that Chris Burnett fight, I mean, that was a good fight. I mean, they went to the scorecards in the third round because I think that there was a cup shot or like a headbutt in the third round. So the referee, they went to the scorecards there. So I'm not really high on Buday, man. Like, but Arlovski is fucking 45 years old. Like, he might be able to win this one by split decision. I could see this fight going the distance. I think this fight will go the distance. I'm gonna go Martin Buday on the scorecards. I just like his durability more at this point. He hasn't taken the damage that Arlovski has taken, but Arlovski is really capable of winning this fight. This guy's really capable of winning this fight. He can make this fight really close. He's probably the more technical striker, but just the damage he's taken over the years. He's taken a lot of damage over the years. He's been knocked out 12 times, and I can't pick him here. I'm not betting Martin Buday. There's no way I'm gonna bet Martin Buday, but I think he goes over 1.5 rounds. Arlovski actually looked really good in the Waldo Cortez Acosta fight. He won the second round. Could have won the third round also, but he lost like some striking exchanges in the late third round. But he was looking really good in that fight, man. That was a really close fight. But I gotta go with Martin Buday, the younger guy. They taking less damage. He got standing TK'd by Gaziv. I mean, which is not really a good look at getting standing TK'd. Only landed 4 punches in that fight also, which is pretty terrible. But give me Martin Buday by decision. Minus 278. I'm not touching that. Minus 278 for Martin Buday. I did pick Gaziv to beat him as a dog, by the way. So I don't really think too highly of Martin Buday, but I don't think he should be losing this one. Next fight on the card is gonna be Waterson-Gomez taking on Gillian Robertson. I think Robertson will get those takedowns. I mean, even though Gomez is not easy takedowns, he can go for own takedowns, but I've seen her go for takedowns before, but just she lost to Marina Rodriguez, who's a really high level striker. She lost to Marina Rodriguez twice. She got TKO'd the second time, and she took a lot of damage in that fight. At least she's taken 8 months off though, which is good. I mean, she's taken at least 8 months off, almost a year off at this point. So good for Waterson-Gomez, but she's almost 40 at this point. I like Karate Hottie, man. I'm a fan of Karate Hottie, but I gotta go with Gillian Robertson. I think she will win this fight. She's gonna need those takedowns because her striking is pretty mediocre on the feet. Her takedowns are not that good, but she just needs to get in close. If she gets in close in a clinch or something like that, I could see Gillian Robertson getting a takedown here. I'm gonna go Gillian Robertson by submission. I think she can get the submission in this one. I know she. Oh my bad. Okay, I know she went out there and got a TKO ground and pound over over who's he finished? Yes, he finished that girl. I can't remember who he finished. I think he finished Pauliana Vienna, yeah, by TKO, because Pauliana Vienna has high level jiu-jitsu. I think he can get a submission. I'm gonna go with the Gillian Robertson by submission, but on the feet, I mean, it could be competitive on the feet. I don't really like Robertson striking all that much. He's only 29 years old though, so he's almost 10 years younger here. I think Robertson should get this one done. Robertson by submission. I'm gonna say second on submission for Gillian Robertson here. You might as well play Gillian Robertson in a parlay. I think she's a good parlay piece. Even though I don't like parlaying women's MMA fighters, I think Gillian Robertson should be solid. She should be okay here. She should be okay. She shouldn't be losing this fight. Robertson minus 198 for Robertson. I think she should win this one. Waterson-Gomez, he's pretty tough though. I mean, he might make this fight close. He has that split decision over Angela Hill from almost 4 years back. Who Angela Hill is looking good right now. So she has a habit of making these fights close if it goes a distance. He's got a couple of split decision losses. I think Robertson can get this to the ground and get a submission. Well, it's not going to be easy though. Well, I think Robertson should be able to get this one done. Next fight on the card is going to be Payton Talbott taking on Yanis Ghemmouri. Give me Payton Talbott all day. Way better striker, way better grappler. He's going to be better everywhere. He's got speed on his side also. Way better combinations. Coming off that destruction win over Cameron Simon where he absolutely destroyed him. We did pick up Talbot there in that spot over Simon. Also subbed Nick Aguirre in the third round. He was getting a grapple in the first round, but he doesn't have to worry about getting a grappled here. Yanis Ghemmouri is mostly just a striker. He's a kickboxer. I don't think he really deserves to be in the UFC, to be honest. I mean, he's got a couple wins in Brave CF, which is okay. UAE Warriors also. But Talbot, he's got this one for sure. Talbot's probably gonna get a submission or something like that. I'll go submission for. He might get a KO. I could see him getting a KO, but obviously that William Gomez fight. I mean, that was a body kick. Now Ghemmouri was complaining that it was a cup shot. I mean, but it was a body kick, I think, and the referee called it off. That was a weird stoppage. I mean, but yeah, I think Talbot's gonna be the way better striker, way better grappler. Also, he can grapple. He can take this to the ground if he doesn't like what's happening on the feet here. Give me Payton Talbot by. I'll go by TKO. I could see him. I could see him getting a submission. If the submission is plus money when they drop the props, look for a submission. Maybe I could see him getting a sneaky submission, but I feel like he's gonna keep it on the feet. He's gonna just strike with this guy. He doesn't have he's probably not gonna grapple if he doesn't have to. I feel like so. I'm gonna go by TKO for Talbot. I think he can get a TKO and probably in the first round or so. Give me Payton Talbot by TKO. What's the line on this one? I think the line's really chalky. It was minus 500 early, like a couple weeks back. I was thinking about parlaying him with someone, but I just didn't pull the trigger fast enough, I guess. But yeah, let's see what the line is. Minus 1600. Yeah, what are you gonna do with that line? I'm sure the finish is gonna be like minus 500 or minus 300. Yeah, I don't. It's not worth parlaying him at this point. Talbot should get it though. Easy win for Talbot. Next fight on the card is going to be Charles Jourdain taking on Gene Silva. Give me Gene Silva as an underdog. I like Gene Silva here, man. Jourdain looked pretty horrible in that Woodson fight. I don't know. That was not a split decision. They were fighting in Canada UFC 297 cards, so they gave one judge had it for Jourdain. He lost every round in that fight, in my opinion. I think he lost every round. He was having trouble dealing with the reach and height. Has a win over Ricardo Ramos is pretty terrible. Has some of the worst fight IQ I've seen. Has a win over Kron Gracie. Kron Gracie's a BJJ nerd, obviously. Lost in Wood. Shane Burgos fight, the reason that was a close fight, decision majority. The reason it was a majority decision because I think he had a 10-8 round in third round. Because Burgos was gassed. He was dead gassed. I think Gene Silva can strike with him on the feet. I think he can land the better shots out there. I think he can defend takedowns. He's not gonna get. I don't see Jourdain wrapping up a submission over Gene Silva because Gene Silva is not as dumb as Ricardo Ramos. He's gonna shoot a sloppy takedown on Jourdain. Now obviously Silva is kind of unproven at the UFC level. Has a win over Kevin Vallejos, who's a pretty good prospect. I mean, Vallejos is out there winning fights in reasonable MMA after losing to Gene Silva. He trains at Fighting Nerds. I'm gonna go with Silva. Yeah, I think Silva is a good underdog here. I already have a bet on Silva. I like Silva. I got him at plus 120. I think he's gonna win. I think you can still get like plus 110, 110, plus 120 out there in books on Silva. I think you can strike with Jourdain, and you can also like land the better shots, land some spinning back fists, land some knees and stuff. But Jourdain is a high volume striker. He can land a lot of volume out there, but I just think Silva's going to be landing the better shots out there. The line for this one right now is Silva plus 110. You can still get him at plus 114. The line's actually coming down just a bit. He was plus 160, I guess, on some books out there. A lot of money's been pouring in on he was plus 164 on DraftKings opening odds. There's been a lot of money coming in on Gene Silva. I like Gene Silva. Give me Silva to win by decision. I don't think I see him finishing dirty. Jourdain's tough, man. He's never been TKO'd, I think. Yeah, he's never been TKO'd. His only finished loss is third on submission, and that was to Julian Rosa in a fight that I think he might have been winning that fight. Maybe, well, I can't remember. Yeah, my pick is Gene Silva by decision. It's gonna be my pick. I like him as a dog. I think underdog bet on him is probably not bad if you're looking for underdogs out there. Next fight on the card is gonna be Cub Swanson taking an Andrei touchy Fili. That Cub Swanson, man, cost me a big parlay. I had Vicente Luque, Davidu, and I had Roundtree in a parlay for like to win nine units. And that the judges gave that fight to Cub Swanson because Hakeem Davidu just wasn't being enough active out there, wasn't landing enough output out there. It was Hakeem Davidu. I thought Hakeem Davidu should have won that fight. He was landing more strikes overall, but it was a really close fight though. The judges gave it to Cub Swanson, unanimous decision. It wasn't even a split decision. That's more Hakeem Davidu for selling that fight, I guess. But Cub Swanson is still pretty durable out there, man. And if you're not like careful, you get tired out there, you slow down. Cub Swanson can definitely take over a fight with his experience and stuff. He's 40 years old though, fighting at 145. Fili's 34. I mean, Fili's no spring chicken at the right now. Yeah, I gotta go with Fili, man. He had his win over Lucas Almeida, knocked him out in the first round. Looks good for him right now because Almeida just put a beating on Ikwamba last week. Got knocked out by Dan Ige. I was pretty heavy on Dan Ige there. I had a couple units on Dan Ige. And also had Dan Ige in a parlay with Pyfer, which obviously didn't cash. Pyfer sold that fight. But I had a lot of money in play on, straight money in play on Dan Ige there. And I should have played the KO. I had Dan Ige by KO there because I was like, Dan Ige is too good, too well-rounded, has a crimson chin on him. He's not going to be fazed by anything from Touchy Fili. But Touchy Fili is good, man. Lost a close matchup with Nathaniel Wood. He rocked Nathaniel Wood early, dropped him, then Wood dropped him later, I think. Wood was mixing in takedowns after. Has winner Bill Algio. Lost to Brito. I mean, no shame losing to Brito. He got starched in that Brito fight. I think Fili should take this one, man. He's only losing to some of the best guys out there. Then you get top 15 ranked guy. Brito's right there in the top 15 soon. He was supposed to fight. Brito was supposed to fight Dan Ige for the ranking spot, and Brito ended up pulling out for some reason. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, give me Fili. I think Fili's gonna get this one done. I'm gonna say decision. I think Cub Swanson's pretty durable. He might get dropped, but it's not easy finishing Cub Swanson. But he has been finished a lot recently. He got finished by Giga Chikate, who's a high-level kickboxer, finished by Jonathan Martinez with those leg kicks. Fili's mostly like doesn't kick a lot. He's not that kick heavy. He's mostly like a boxer. Mostly likes boxing a lot out there. Give me Fili by decision. It's gonna be my pick. Minus 188 for Fili. I don't know if I'll bet on this fight. I don't really like him as a minus 188 favorite. I hardly ever bet on Fili as chalk. Yeah, I don't think I'll do it here. Yeah, I'm going with Fili by decision here. Next fight on the card is going to be Joe Pyfer taking a Marc-André Barriault. Give me Pyfer. I think Pyfer should win this one. It's a 3-round matchup. I mean, he lost the 5-round for his first ever main win in the UFC. He lost that fight to Jack Hermanson, who's a veteran in the UFC right now, has a lot of 5-round experience. And he got tired, man. Obviously, he got tired, but he still win 5 rounds with Hermanson. Didn't quit out there. But I don't think Barriault's as technical as Hermanson. Hermanson's actually been ranked before. Barriault's never been in top 15, I think. Not that I can remember. Barriault's okay. I mean, it was in a close fight with Chris Curtis, which is not bad, but he just didn't land enough output out there. Normally, he's a high volume striker normally, but he just wasn't being busy in that fight. Maybe because he's worried about the power. Give me Pyfer. I think Pyfer gets this one done. Does he get the knockout though? That's the question. Does he get the knockout? I'm not sure if he's gonna get the knockout. Like this guy's pretty tough, man. He's only been knocked out one time, and it was at Chidi Njukwani, like in the first round. Chidi was the one that knocked him out. Well, he's pretty durable, man. Chris Curtis has a lot of power also, and he couldn't knock him out. Couldn't drop him at all. I'm gonna say Pyfer gets it done on the scorecards. I'm gonna say Pyfer. I think Pyfer should be a good parlay piece, but I lost my parlay with him and Ige because of him. I lost that parlay with Ige in it. So I don't know if I'll parlay him. I haven't bet him yet. The line's definitely wide. I would have liked to bet him at minus 162. I definitely would have bet him then. But minus 265, I mean 3-1 for Pyfer. This is a good matchup. I mean, it's not 5 rounds, it's actually 3 rounds. So it should be able to get this one done. Give me Pyfer by, I'm going to say it goes a distance, I think. Barriault's pretty tough. But Pyfer has the ability to knock him out. Well, I think Barriault can hang in there, survive. I think Pyfer will land the better shots. And Pyfer won the first 2 rounds over Hermanson. Then he lost the next 3 rounds in a row. And he also got taken on by Hermanson in the 5th round, which is not good. But Hermanson's a good grappler. I don't think Barriault's really going to be bringing grappling in this fight. Pyfer by decision. He might get a KO. He's probably live for a KO, but I'm going to say decision for Pyfer. I think submission is probably more likely than a KO. He might submit him, but I think submission is more likely than a KO for Pyfer, but maybe you can get a KO out there. But I respect Marc-André Barriault's durability out there. He's pretty tough, dude. Minus 65 for Pyfer. I don't know if I'll end up parlaying him later. Next fight on the card is going to be Ian Garry taking on Michael Wenham Page. Ian Machado Garry. Give me Ian Garry. I know a lot of people like Michael Wenham Page, and I did pick Michael Wenham Page over Kevin Holland as underdog, and we bet on him by decision. But he's pretty good, man. I've been watching Michael Wenham Page over the years in Bellator, and he's pretty good. He's only been knocked out one time by Douglas Lima. And they fought. He got clipped with the uppercut, I think. He was going for a leg kick or something like that. He got countered and he got knocked out cold. But he's also fought Mike Perry in BKFC. The guy's pretty durable, man. He's got good striking, really tricky striking to deal with. I like Ian Garry. I think Ian Garry's more technical here with his knees up the middle. But maybe Michael Wenham Page can catch him in something crazy because it's really unpredictable. Page is really unpredictable out there. You never know what he's going to throw at you next. He's 37. I mean, he's not that young anymore. So I don't think Michael Wenham Page is going to get better as he gets older. He's probably going to be the same. But he's pretty good. I mean, he put a beating on Kevin Holland. He beat him 30-27, I think. He got taken down in that fight. Obviously, Kevin can grapple, but he beat him pretty convincingly. He dropped him a couple of times, which is pretty good. I mean, he's got some power. I think Garry can get this one. I know people don't like Garry for some reason because who cares what he does with his fucking family, bro? I don't really give a fuck about that. I know he's a cock or whatever, but he's a good fighter, man. I think Garry will get this one done by decision. I don't really see him finishing Page. I think Gary's going to win by decision. Not sure if I'll bet him, though. I want to bet him. Minus 130 is not terrible for Garry. Let's see what the line. I think it's minus 130 is not terrible for Garry. Maybe I'll end up betting him money line. I don't think I'll bet props for him. Maybe the money line. Garry by decision. I think Garry by decision should be plus money. He knocked out D-Rod with the head kick. So the guy's sneaky, man. He can sneak those head kicks in there. Obviously, Kanan Song had him in trouble with he dropped him with the left hook. Had him in some trouble there. But I like the recovery for Garry there. He was able to recover right away. Obviously beat Gabe Green, but that was a kind of close fight though. Beat Neil Magny convincingly. I mean, his cardio is on point. I like his striking. And obviously the Neil Magny fight, Jeff Neal fight was kind of close, but he dealt with the Jeff Neal power pretty well. He was able to strike him. That was a close fight though, but Jeff Neal's never an easy fight for anyone out there. Even Shavkat versus Jeff Neal was an easy fight for Shavkat before he was able to get the submission in the 3rd round. Jeff Neal had Shavkat in a bunch of trouble. I think Garry he didn't get rocked as much as Shavkat did in that fight. Yeah, give me Ian Garry by decision. Minus 130 is not terrible for a guy on the money line like Garry, who's undefeated, ranked in top 6, fought the better competition in the UFC so far than Michael Wenham Page, more proven in the UFC. Next fight on the card is going to be Mayra Silva taking on Macy Chiasson. Give me Macy Chiasson, man. I'm not like Mayra Bueno looked terrible in that fight against Raquel Pennington. She's just accepted being on the bottom. I mean, she's okay with just losing that fight, and I just hate seeing that from girls like anyone. I mean, any fighter that I pick to win. I don't like seeing you just accept defeat. And she wasn't trying to work her way back up anymore. She went for a couple submissions early, then she was okay with just losing off her back. She just rolled to her back, and she was okay with just losing that fight. But she's pretty good. I mean, I picked her over Holly Holm as a dog. I picked her by second of submission. She got that standing ninja choke there. Her other wins are she's fought some pretty good competition. I mean, lost to Mernan Fear, who's probably going to be fighting for the title next. Marina Mraz in 2020. I mean, so her losses are not terrible. Has a winner of Gillian Robertson, who's also fighting on this card on the prelims. Steph Yeager, like she's a dangerous BJJ practitioner. And she's pretty tough and durable, man. Macy Chiasson, like, she should be on a 3-5 winning streak right now. She was dominating that Arena Aldana fight. She's taking her down at will, losing the wrestling, or working Arena Aldana. Then she got hit to the liver with the up kick from Arena Aldana, which is really crazy. You never see stuff like that happen normally. And she got knocked out. She beat Norma Damon, who's on a run right now. Probably gonna be fighting for a title eliminator fight soon. Lost to Raquel Pennington. I mean, the champion right now. They both lost to Raquel Pennington. Has a winner Shanna Young, which doesn't mean much these days. Give me Macy Chiasson. I think she can use that size to get some takedowns here, and but she's got to be careful when she's going for takedowns because Mayra Bueno has high level BJJ. Maybe she can catch her in a submission, but I'm leaning towards underdog Macy Chiasson here. I think she can wrestle non-stop here, but she's just got to be careful with the submission. I'm going with Macy Chiasson by decision. What's the line? Let's see what the line is. Macy Chiasson plus 160. She actually opened up at plus 195. I haven't bet her yet. I don't know. Probably should have bet her earlier. Minus 180, plus 180. I mean, she's plus 160 right now. Not bad. Maybe I'll take the. Her money line is not bad. Maybe I'll put like a half unit on her. Plus 160 is not bad, but I'm sure there's gonna be some money coming in Mayra Bueno later this week. So you might want to wait for a couple days. I think you might be able to get Macy at like plus 180, plus 190 later this week. My pick is Macy by decision. Next fight on the card is going to be Anthony Smith taking on Roman Dolidze. Anthony Smith just fraud checked my Vitor Petrino, man. I mean, like, Vitor Petrino made a mistake. He wasn't looking like terrible. Smith wasn't looking terrible in the feed before that either. But that was terrible from Vitor Petrino shooting a takedown. I had a plus 500 long shot parlay with $25 to win like 200 or some shit like that. And yeah, it was like Petrino sold that parlay on that was a really good card for me, that Brazil card like a month ago. So he's making a quick turnaround here. I don't know if this fight favors him, bro. Like, a lot of people are picking Smith here. I get it, but I don't know if this fight favors. I mean, Roman Dolidze's striking is pretty horrendous, though. His striking is not that good. He's powerful, though. He's pretty durable, also. He's never been finished before. He's 6-0 in the UFC. I mean, doesn't have the experience that Dolidze has. Got outstruck by Trevin Giles. I mean, that's not really good. Nasruddin Imava beat him. I mean, that should have been a clear 50-45. I don't know how that was a majority decision. Those judges were definitely tripping. That was a clear 5 rounds to 5-0 for the Imava. And I had a big parlay there. Imava, Natalie Silva, and I had Medeiros like a 150 to win like 500. That was a nice, really good parlay there. I got lucky in Medeiros on that fight though, because he probably lost that fight, but that was a really good card for me. And Imava was a high level though. We know how good Imava is. I mean, just beat Jared Cannonier, and I've been a believer in Imava. So losing to Imava, really no shame. Really no shame losing to Imava, because Imava's getting better out there right now. His striking looked really mediocre though. I think he can land the better shot here. I'm gonna go Dolidze here, but it's like I don't have a lot of confidence here. Losing to Walker, I mean, that's not really good. Getting outstruck by Walker, not really able to land on Walker clean to knock him down or anything. I just don't see Smith submitting Dolidze, and if he doesn't submit him, how does Smith win? Is he gonna outstrike Dolidze? Is gonna stay safe in the striking exchanges, not get clipped with something crazy and get knocked down? I'm not really sure if I see that happening. I'm gonna go with Dolidze, but I'm not really crazy high on Dolidze either. This is a really, like, Smith was supposed to fight, so Dolidze's actually taking this fight on short notice. Smith was supposed to fight, well, I think he was supposed to fight, was he supposed to fight? No, he's supposed to fight Jamal Hill, right? No, was he supposed to fight? No, Jamal Hill was supposed to fight Clay Roundtree. And then I think, Oberg was fighting Jamal Hill, then then I don't even remember anymore. Like, yeah, Sandy Smith was fighting Oberg. Never mind. I thought Hill was. Yeah, wasn't Hill fighting Oberg? Yeah, Hill was fighting Oberg. So this is the third, fourth fight they're made on this card now, because so many people ended up pulling out on this card. This card's like, hopefully all these fights stay on the card, man, because this card's still not terrible. It's pretty good right now for pay-per-view. Yeah, I mean, Dolidze taking this fight on short notice though, but so is Anthony Smith also. So like, I don't think it matters all that much. Give me Dolidze. I think Dolidze gets it done by. Does he get a KO out there? I'm not really sure. I think he can get a KO. I'll go by KO for Dolidze. Minus 155 for Dolidze. I'm not sure if I'll bet him. I don't really think too highly of Dolidze, but Smith has taken a lot of damage over the years. He's still a really tough test for some of these guys that are up and comers. Dolidze, I like the durability for Dolidze. He got hurt in that. He took a lot of damage in a Mamba fight, but still pretty good. He's got better recovery than Smith, but I'm picking Dolidze by knockout. Next fight on the card is gonna be Brian Ortega taking on Diego Lopez. Give me Diego Lopez. I already have a ton of money on Diego Lopez. He's my lock of the week over Sadiq Youssef, because I was like, Sadiq Youssef is okay, but Sadiq Youssef is kind of chinny, and I didn't think Sadiq Youssef was gonna be able to outstrike him all 3 rounds, so I had him as my lock of the week there. And I had a haircut on the line. I got a Diego Lopez haircut after he won that fight. I'm sure you guys probably seen my haircut after watching that. And for a week, I mean, I got the Diego Lopez haircut. If he wins this fight, I might get a mullet. I'm just kidding. I don't think I'll be able to grow a mullet that fast. Give me Lopez. I think Lopez will get this one done by. I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. I think he can get and he's out there finishing a lot of these fights. I mean, I'll go by KO. But Ortega's not that easy to KO though. Like, the only time he's been KO recently was that freak injury, right? He's only been KO'd 2 times. I mean, he's been pretty durable, and one of them was a bullshit KO. Max Holloway was the only legit KO. Even that was a corner stoppage where he got just took a lot of damage, and the corner stopped in the fourth round, at the end of 4th round. I mean, fuck, man, this is not an easy matchup, but I'm gonna believe in Diego Lopez. I think Diego Lopez has more power right now. He's an up and comer. He's more hungry right now. TC Ortega only fought once in the last couple of years, in the last 2 years, and he was close to being finished in that first round against Yair Rodriguez, who's a high level striker. Yair has trouble grappling. I think Lopez can grapple with him, stay safe on the ground if he gets taken down, and work his way back up and land the more damage on the feet. Give me Diego Lopez by KO. I'm going with Lopez. I think the hype is real on Lopez. He's not out there making it competitive when he's fighting these guys outside the top 10. He's out there finishing these guys in the first round. Finished Gowen Tucker, I mean, who's okay, not terrible. Finished Pat Sabatini in the first round. Finished Sadiq Youssef in the first round. So I like seeing that when you're up and comer, you're finishing these guys in the first round, taking care of them early. Give me Diego Lopez by KO, TKO. He might go the distance though. I'm not really sure. I'm just betting the money line. That's what I'm betting. I don't have I'm not sure if I'll touch the props. Maybe I'll sprinkle the KO, but I already have a lot of action on Diego Lopez. But Ortega's it's not gonna be easy match. Ortega has been in their top 5 for a long time, and he took a beating in that Volkanovski fight. But he had that submission of Volkanovski almost locked in a couple of times. So I don't know if I see him getting a submission like that on Lopez. Lopez has been pretty durable. He's never been subbed before either. Give me Lopez by KO, TKO. Lopez minus 155. I already bet him at minus 130. I bet him again at minus 155 just today. So give me Lopez. I think Lopez gets it done by TKO. Alright guys, main time now. Let's freaking go. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, guys. I'm out here making a video right away after doing a live stream for UFC Saudi Arabia. If you guys appreciate the grind, appreciate the work I put into the channel, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's go, guys. We got Alex Pereira versus Jiri Procházka in a rematch. Now, if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you guys know I picked Jiri Procházka to beat Pereira in that first fight. And I had money on Jiri Procházka. I had the over 1.5, so I kind of broke even on that fight because it was early stoppage, I feel like. But Pereira still put him down, knocked him down, had him hurt badly, and it had him fully mounted. We have seen Jiri Procházka survive so many times though before. But give me Pereira. I think Pereira will get this one done. I think the reason he's taking this fight, he's making a quick turnaround. He didn't take any damage in that Jamal Hill fight. And obviously he dropped Jiri Procházka. He's a way better kickboxer. It's probably going to be his kickboxing matchup. Now Jiri Procházka did get a takedown early on Pereira, but Pereira was able to stay safe. He was eating some elbows though, but he wasn't really taking a whole lot of damage on the ground. Procházka needs to make this fight dirty, man. That's what he needs to do. He needs to make this fight dirty. And Rockus was beating him up early. I had picked the Procházka there by second on TKO, and he got the second on TKO, but I think Rockus came back after a layoff. So I think he was getting tired. He was trying to finish the Procházka early, couldn't finish him. But he was like putting the work on Procházka with those leg kicks and stuff. So I think Pereira's gonna be way better. We already know how this fight went earlier, but it was early stoppage. Hopefully we don't have Marc-André out there as a referee for this fight. We need someone like not Gary Copeland. We need someone like Mari Yamasaki. They better bring Mari Yamasaki back for this fight. But give me Pereira. I think Pereira will get this one done by KO TKO again. That's going to be my pick. How is Alex Pereira ranked number 3 right now? What's going on? Topology's tripping out right now, but I'm going Pereira. I mean, how easy he made Jamal Hill look out there, bro. This guy's he's still getting better at 36 years old. He's going to be 5 years older than Procházka, but I like Pereira. Yeah, I think Pereira's going to get this one done. But it's not going to be easy, man. He's got to put Procházka away, because if he doesn't put him away early, Procházka knows how to rally back. I mean, that win over Volkan Ozdemir looks good right now. Volkan Ozdemir, we picked Volkan Ozdemir Walker last night, earlier today, and Volkan Ozdemir knocked out Walker today. Dominic Reyes, these wins are looking better and better, because Dominic Reyes, we picked Dominic Reyes to beat Jacoby, that bum Justin Jacoby. Dominic Reyes came back from the dead, woke up from his grave. Then he was losing that Glover Teixeira fight before he got that last minute submission. So I'm kind of worried about this one. I do have a play on Pereira in the parlay. I think he can win this one as long as he doesn't make a mistake out there. He's got to stay on his A game. I'm picking Pereira by KO TKO. Alex Pereira minus 155. Not bad. I think it's just not bad for a money name player parlay piece. I like the activity from Pereira, and he's only been knocked out one time, but he was out cold. That was at 185 though. His chin looks a lot better at 205. He's not like cutting weight. He's not cutting like 40 pounds to make a 185 anymore. Yeah, give me Alex Pereira by KO TKO is gonna be my pick. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the full card breakdown. I'm gonna go upload this now. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Hope you guys like the picks and stuff. And yeah, let me know who you guys are picking in the main event, the co-main event in the comments down below. I would love to hear back from you guys. And I hope you guys have a good week, man. I go live almost every other day, so if you guys want to hang out with me, come hang out with the live stream, say hi to me. We always have a good time in the live streams. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, guys. Good luck on all your bets and picks. And I'll see you guys next one. Later.